This is the example video for A7 factor remainder theorem. Okay, so let's take a look at our first example. So first we need to decide whether we're using long or synthetic division. I think for this example, I'll use synthetic division. So n minus 8 equals 0. So n equals 8. So I'll put my 8 in the box. I have 8, negative 62, and negative 23. Okay, so I'll drop my 8. 8 times 8 is 64. Negative 62 plus 64 is 2. 8 times 2 is 16. And negative 23 plus 16 is negative 7. So if I rewrite this, I have 8n plus 2 minus 7 over n minus 8. Okay? You don't have to write this if you don't want. If you realize here that your remainder is not 0, it's asking, are the following divisors factors of the dividend? Our answer here would be no. Okay? And of course you need to show some work. This is not a 50-50 guess where if you just say no and you happen to be right, you get full credit for it. Okay? This problem over here, I know I have a coefficient of 1 here in my divisor, so I'll use synthetic division again. So a minus 7 equals 0. I know a is going to equal 7. So that will go in my box. I have 1, negative 4, negative 26, and 35. I'll drop the 1. 7 times 1 is 7. Negative 4 plus 7 is 3. 7 times 3 is 21. Negative 26 plus 21 is negative 5. And 7 times negative 5 is negative 35. So 35 minus 35 is 0. So I know my remainder is 0. So yes, a minus 7 is a factor of a cubed minus 4a squared minus 26a plus 35. Pause the video if you need more time. Okay, our last example here, I'll switch it up and use long division. I also like to use long division whenever the coefficient of my divisor is anything other than 1. Just because in that box I prefer not to work with fractions. I just do long division. Personal preference of mine. So I can write 7x minus 3. And I have as my dividend 7x to the 4th minus 3x cubed minus 35x plus 15. Okay, so 7x to the 4th divided by 7x is x cubed. 7x times x cubed is 7x to the 4th. Negative 3 times x cubed is negative 3x cubed. So I have to switch my signs. So my quartic terms cancel, and so do my cubic terms. So I'm left with 0. Of course, I'll bring down my negative 35x and my plus 15. So negative 35x divided by 7x is negative 5. 7x times negative 5 is negative 35x. And negative 3 times negative 5 is positive 15. I have to switch my signs. So when I do that, those cancel, 15s cancel, so I get a remainder of 0. Okay? So I know that yes, 7x minus 3 is a factor of 7x to the 4th minus 3x cubed minus 35x plus 15. At this time, you should be prepared to move on to factor remainder theorem practice A, B, or C.